are you wearing?
Slow down, the front outfit,
Up top, Ice.
Ice, the front of the dress, please, the front.
Ice,
Look
yeah.
straight ahead. Look straight ahead.
Ice running.
Ice don't run, baby.
You thought it was for you? That's not much. Getting you ate for lunch. Just on my backyard, go down one line. You thought it was for you? That's not much. Getting you ate for lunch.
Should we keep it going with the fact that Sexy Red decided to perform Pound Town from the audience of the BET Awards, and then a pregnant, barefooted Chris Sean decided to twerk on her? Yeah, let's keep it going. For real though, why is she standing there with a stack of money in her hand like she at the strip club? I don't get it, yo. This is the BET Awards, not Magic City. Seeing Krishan twerk, pregnant, barefoot, is I think one of the most ratchet ghetto things I've ever seen. Yeah, this is pretty ghetto.
Verse number 2, do the damn thing. Keep on my neck, pocket full of big frame. When I hit the mall, hoes just fall. I'm gonna keep tabs, keep it on the wall.
To you live, it's the Teen Choice Awards. Featuring Robert Pattinson, Justin Bieber, Zac Efron, Selena Gomez.
I tell you, every year I recognize fewer and fewer names.
Lombard Montague, Grace McLady, Andy Colorado, the Mondo Twins, Purple Stuff, Tank Top Gay Face, Chad Zachary, Zach Chadwick, Chad Chaddenson, C. Zachary Chad, and a live performance by Starburst featuring NYTFH $. Plus, we tally your text votes for the biggest whip and choice broment of the year. And now your host, Wavy Hair Douchebin.
What's up, Teen Choice Awards? We're going to kick things off with Choice Lacrosse Guy Smile. Give it up for our first presenter, Wilford Brimley.
It's entirely too loud in here. Quiet down. There's no accountability anymore. I have diabetes.
Hey, what do you say we get some music in here, huh?
No, that'll only make things worse.
Give it up for our first nominated Choice Band of the night, P-Hole Skin.
Feelings. Feelings. Feelings.
I'm gonna put a stop to this.
I was looking at some shorts and some highlights from the BET Music Awards and shit, man. And I'm sorry, man. Hip hop is fucking dead. Rap is dead. Rap is crap and shit. Okay, rap is fucking crap, my nigga. I'm like looking at this shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? It is shit. It is ratchet as fuck. It is ratchet. They didn't even need to have that shit inside a fucking auditorium and shit. They should have just had that shit in a fucking alley or something, man. I was like, man, look at this shit, man. And I understand that I'm 54 years old. I understand, but like nobody, like these motherfuckers don't leave no impression and shit. And I've looked at rap for years and, you know, shit like, you know, I'm a eclectic music, you know, taste and shit. I'm from Chicago. I'm 54, motherfucker. I was around when this shit first got started. I used to listen to rap on cassette tapes and shit. I had a fucking boombox, man. I had a big ass boombox and shit, man. I used to listen to music on. I listened to motherfucking Ice-T and shit, like Let's Get Buck Neck and fucking UTFO and, you know, Curtis Blow and all them niggas from back in the day. I'm gonna see it when LL Cool J popped up. I was like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, I'm looking at this shit, man. And I don't even think I'm like, man, why did they have it in the auditorium? Just put that shit in the strip club or something. I feel like I was looking at a Dave Chappelle sketch, like the Player Haters Ball or something. It looked like the Player Hater Ball. Like the players. And then, like, you know, later on, like, I see, like, Snoop Dogg and Bow Wow, like, perform there, and Snoop looked like he wanted to get the fuck out of there, man. He was like, man, they definitely paying me for this shit. You need all the, you know, just get that check, Snoop, okay? You know, you ain't got to explain shit. I say Snoop Dogg, he didn't have to say nothing about being on that award show, okay? They needed him to anchor that shit. And I just saw all these motherfuckers, and I was like, man, rap is, you know, hip-hop is fucking dead. Hip-hop is fucking dead, man. It's a shit show. It's a toilet, man. It's a toilet. Okay, fuck Glorilla. Okay, fuck Krishan Rock, you know, walking around with her belly out and shit. She pregnant. That bitch is pregnant with a big-ass baby belly, and she twerking and shit. She bending over. You know, like, talk to some pregnant women and shit, how they feel when they got a baby, like, a growing baby in their belly, and the baby's big, and where you got a bulging belly. And imagine, you know, I have 2 kids, you know. Is it, you know, imagine, you know, you try and get the chick to bend over and, you know, they like, nigga, it's a little another person in me right now. And this bitch twerking and shaking her ass and walking around her shit out like a beer belly. And I'm just like, man, what the fuck is wrong? I was like, man. So, you know, I had to put the clip I had to put, right? You know, so, you know, you'll know what it feels like and shit. It's not because I'm old or nothing and shit. I ain't no prude or nothing. I'm very open-minded and all. I listen to this shit, it all sounds the same. And I just remember back in the day, man, when rap first started getting big, it was like Run DMC and shit. You know, they were singing King of Rock and all that bullshit. And I remember, like, the first time, like, when they had, like, the rapping movie with Mario Van Peebles, and I thought that was some straight bullshit. But we know it's a small hit situation, so, you know, I can't really judge on that. Then they had, like, Crush Groove and shit, and I thought, like, when I look at the lineup in the movie, I was like, why the fuck is Sheila E in that? She don't belong in that shit. You know, they just need a bitch, right? Then, like, you know, I felt bad because, you know, when they had Breaking, they had the white chick, and I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go and shit. Now, like, it's 2023 and shit, and I feel like Wilford Brimley and shit watching this shit. I feel like Wilford Brimley watching this shit. You know, I feel like fucking Captain America or something. I went to sleep and shit, and they woke my ass up in the future, and it's post-apocalyptic and shit. You know, if anybody an old head like me, there's a movie called The Time Machine and shit. This motherfucker had a time machine. He went way into the future, and everybody was stupid as fuck. And he had to teach them how to make a society because them niggas was they was just food items. He found out they was like food for like some fucking Morlocks and shit. Pretty much same situation here, economically speaking, if you're a part of the community. Oh my God, man. You know, God damn it. You know, I'm so happy I was born in 1969. I got to see a lot of shit, man. I got to hear a lot of good music and, you know, like real stars, like real new stars, the stars that they wouldn't even, you know, I don't want to trip and shit. You know, Snoop Dogg was there. You know, they didn't bust out like Kid and Play. I think they had Kid and Play there. Old as fuck. I'm like, man, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Motherfucker, a kid looked like he had to take a shit. I don't know. I just had a bunch of clips and shit. I don't think I got the Kid and Play clip. I probably should have. I don't give a fuck. I already made a Kid and Play video like a couple of days ago. You know, you can watch that shit. Go on my fucking, you know, go to my catalog, you know, on my page. Oh man, this is fucked up. Yeah, fucking Ice Spice. The reason I went over there, I was thinking about making a video about the Ice Spice thing and shit, making like a bootleg MacBook lessons and shit. I just bootlegging my Tariq Nasheed shit and make my own fucking shit out of it. Like, you know, like the hidden history. You know, let me stop. Sorry. Oh man, hip hop is fucking dead. Man, it's a toilet, man. It's a fucking toilet, man. I'm like, man, you know, like where's the niggas that's in charge of this shit? I want to know who put that shit together because they spent too much money. They should have had that shit at like a fucking, like in an alley or something. Just put that shit in the alley, man. Let niggas drive through that bitch and, you know, whatever, you know, there's hoes walking around with, one hoe was performing with a handful of money and shit. And I'm thinking like when I was there, I'm old as fuck, right? I'm like 54. I was sitting right there, I snatched that shit and tried to break out. I'm like, fuck that bitch. You know, it's just fucked up. And then, you know what's weird about it is a lot of the performers, they don't look like adults. They look kind of like parodies of children or people in their early teens. They have weird, fucked up bodies with like you know, out of proportion heads on it. And it's weird, man. That demon energy is real. Yeah, I guess you could, you know, some asshole that thinks well, all that shit was cool. You know, that the whole show was fucking cool. You can just call me an old fart or something. You know, that's cool. You get this middle finger. You can sit on this bitch and spin and shit. I'm quite lucid at this point in my life and shit. And I know shit when I see it, man. Man, 1984, man, it's for real. Orwellian society, you guys are morons and shit. You know, hey, you know, bitches that, you know, just mad that I'm making this video. Hey, there's a movie you better go watch this old ass movie. Cause y'all gonna be up in this bitch and like, wow, I'm gonna be dead and shit, but you motherfuckers still be around. Y'all better watch this shit called Logan's Run. You're gonna be just like that shit. You're gonna be getting on that carousel and your fucking ass gonna have some C4 on your ass blowing up and shit. Yeah, it's a deep cut. Anyway, I came in here to be unprofessional and gloat about like the shit I saw and that I thought it was a fucking toilet. And then hip hop is fucking dead, okay? Rap is fucking dead.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.